Hello, good evening everyone. Welcome to Be Well podcast. In this platform, we are going to talk about health, wellness, longevity, and sustainable living. And we'll be talking about travel, then things like culinary, cookery, gardening, for that would help sustainable living. So I have myself, Dr. Najib Ahmed. I'm a functional medicine doctor. I've been working as a traditional TCAM or some functional medicine doctor since last 27 years. And I have two medicos here, aspiring doctors. Would you please introduce yourself?
Hi, I'm Numan Ahmed and I'm a fifth year medical student in Cluj, Romania, and I'm studying in University there. Thank you for having me here in this podcast.
Wonderful.
Hi, I'm also a medical student. I am Naeem Hamza. I'm also a fifth year medical student in Romania.
Okay, in the same college, right?
Yes. Thank you so much for inviting. It's an honor.
My pleasure, my pleasure. I'm so happy that I have two young bloods here, aspiring doctors, and I'm happy that you guys are here to discuss about this. And we are in this evening sitting here around the table talking about health, longevity, and sustainability. You know what it is all about? Sitting in the evening, spending some time together as families or friends is one of the 9 blues or values. You know what is?
I'm just thinking out loud what blues
and values.
Why is it called blues?
Well, so blues and values are like, the other day we had a kind of death here.
Yeah.
Okay.
The other day,
yes.
A young patient around 20
Yes.
died of a cardiac arrest, has no history.
Yeah, true. Yeah. In one part of the world, young people are dying like anything. Young people are dying out of no reason. Okay, and we can see that they are dying so early, like 20, 25, 28, like that. And on the other side, in the same world, there are people who are living beyond their 90s and 100s, healthy and happy, so energetic. So why it is happening? Why people are dying early and why people are thriving in some part of the world? It's not like by accident. Some people are by pure luck of lottery of genetics, they are going beyond that. It's not all about genetics. Of course, genetics has a role in that, in their longevity, but there is something which is in their lifestyle, in their collective living system, the way they lead their life as a society, as a villager or as a people of a place. So this is something we call blue zones. Okay, you must be heard of National Geographic magazine, right?
Yes, yeah.
It's one of the very coveted magazine which talk about anthropology, health, living, nature, and all. So there is one person called Dan Buettner, an anthropologist and the program director of National Geographic. So he was studying about the longevity of people. People are living in some place more than others. Some people are healthy and happy towards the end of their life. Some people are going beyond 100. He started to heat map people who are living more in years and other places where people are living lesser. So to his astonishment, he saw a phenomenon called some part of the world, in some villages, there are hundreds and thousands of people who are going beyond 80. Hundreds of people are going beyond 100. They are not simply going beyond 80 or 100. They are healthy and happy in their 90s and 100. They can run, they can climb, they can do their regular jobs, hard day works, and they can dance, they can travel without any complaint, they can climb the uphills. So what is the magic? Why some places people are living like that and people are dying in other part of the world? In the modern world, we can see that like cities like this, like Dubai and Sharjah, we are living in a highly mechanized world, okay, or highly urbanized world where we do not know who is the other person in the next door. What is his name? What is his age? Whether he had his good sleep last night? Is he suffering from any mental trauma? Does he lose his jobs? No, we know anything about him, and we are totally clueless. Why? We are sitting in an urbanized civilization where we know nothing about what is happening around the world. Okay, and we jump into the street, hit the traffic, and we will start worrying about reaching from Dubai to Sharjah. It easily take 1 or 1+ hours in the evening hours. Even it can go something a bad day, it can go 2 hours. So these are all pushing us to something called stress, or allostatic metabolic stress, mental stress, all the stresses. Stresses will eat away our life, our health, our aging. So it will push us pretty much aging. So stress is one of the very strong area. And again, eating. We are eating food which is coming from some other part of the world, from Brazil, from Macedonia, so many other places. So, for example, as I said, the blue zone concept and the modern concept is two different worlds altogether.
I mean, it sounds like a very good concept, but in this modern age, we call it the rat race. How can one implement that? And how does a person, say, who works 9 to 5, almost 4 days of the week, come back from the job,
yes,
and the first thing that person wants to do is just order online?
Yes.
How can that person get to a point where when he comes back from his office, he's
yes,
just absolutely there, he's in his mindset,
yes,
he's ready to be in this path?
Lovely, wonderful. It's a very relevant question, because we cannot go to Loma Linda or Sardinia or what do you call that, Okinawa, in the wilderness they're living. We have our own reality here. So if we know what makes the people out there living longer, not because they are simply there in Sardinia or Loma Linda, the values, the way they live. If you try to understand the values, and if you inculcate that value in our city life. Now National Geographic is trying to build in city, blue zone in cities as well, unlike a traditional blue zone. And out of 5 blue zone, 1 blue zone is in California, Loma Linda, which is somewhat a suburb of a city. So it is not a traditional village or something like that. So if you know these blue zone values, many of those blue zone values can be copied, practiced in our urban life as well.
Can you tell me some of the values?
Yes. Okay. There are 9 values categorized under 4 major areas. One is movement, moving around, okay, or functional movement, or natural movement. We people, and I will explain you that what it is. Then the second one is the right tribe, social values, correct people, correct friendship, gathering in the evening, kind of things. And the third one is the purpose of life. Okay, we all have different purpose of life. Everybody would have something which drive him to his life. But what is our purpose of life? If it is too narrow, too rigid, some people wake up in the morning blaming his bed, blaming his company, blaming his traffic, and he's beating his road, and he's going to his office. And what is his purpose all about? Going there, working something, getting some salary end of the month, done. That is the only aim he has. No big things beyond that. One of the example of purpose of life is in blue zone is ikigai. Okay, ikigai is something like
what is this ikigai? And I have been hearing about blue zone for a while, and I have heard that they have been implementing in Greece and other part of European countries.
Yes.
Could you please explain about that?
Well, Ikigai is basically a Japanese concept, Japanese philosophy, which says that it is something that wakes me up. That is the concept. Means one where people connect their major activity, areas of life, like money. We need money. We need social life, happiness. We need a job which is connecting your passion. Okay, if the passion is going one way and your job is going on some other way, and this job is not giving you money, and you are doing so many side gigs to meet your requirement, you lose your ikigai. So when all these, your social value, individual value, your hobbies and habits, your happiness, your financial sustenance, and your life should, or your purpose should cover all these. When it covers all these, you meet your ikigai, and there will be no conflict of life.
Okay, suppose if there's a guy who's working a 9-to-5 job,
Yes.
and he doesn't like the job.
Yes.
Are you saying that he's supposed to just quit his job and go look for his passion and find his passion and work for that job, or to find his ikigai?
Yes. If he compromising there, he will be having a lot of setback. He will be facing stress. He will be facing financial problems, of course. Maybe sometimes he gets financial benefit, of course, but he's not happy with the job scenario there. He's not meeting his purpose, his taste, his intelligence. People will be having a lot of taste and intelligence and passions. He's not connected. So it is not easy in a modern world to find ikigai easily. For example, we are in cities where we live a life. We don't think about environment. We don't think about the sustainability. We won't think about how we are polluting the environment. We don't think about what we are eating, whether it is going to kill us or the next generation. We are people of convenience. We don't think about our own physical stamina. We jump into car. Every single reason we will use automation. We won't use our brain. Everything we will use gadgets and easy things. So in an urban world, we are too busy, too hurried, and too self-pampering. I would use that word. We don't take the smallest pain in any way, because we believe that convenience is something which is the big thing. If you do not have that convenience, our body will get some damage. Contrary to actual medical philosophy, medical system asks us to put small challenges always. Take challenges, walk, take pain of doing hard work. Okay, put yourself into extreme cold, extreme heat. Okay, to help you to build your system stronger. Put yourself to various pathogens. If you clean yourself ultra hygienic way, always use 99.99 soap and detergents, what is going to happen? You are very close. That is going to you can get easily sick, and you are going to be highly vulnerable to diseases, which is called hygiene theory in medicine, where people are getting all sort of diseases now, especially autoimmune diseases, because of it's not enough there. The other part is they have dysbiosis in their gut bacteria. All these toxins, chemicals are killing our bacteria within our system, which in turn can cause bacterial undergrowth in some part of the thing, and bad bacteria's overgrowth in some other part. So this is called dysbiosis. So this is one thing which we are suffering in this modern living by using indiscriminate use of detergents, toxins, and so many other. The place in Japan is Okinawa. You need to be functionally fit to walk, to climb, to do various things, to lift things, and to run when it is needed. So this is functional fitness. And flexibility of your joints. Your joint will heal it beyond your ages. Okay.
You said there are many principles to blue zone living.
Yes.
Do you think diet plays a big role in it? And how do you compare the blue zone lifestyle to the modern lifestyle where we have food at the fingertips and we can just get food whenever we want? And yeah, what do you think about that?
Well, wonderful. So we are going to come to that food area after passing movement. Food, there are few things in blue zone values. One is 80-20 principle. You fill 80 part of your stomach instead of filling and overfilling. Sometimes we eat out of passion, out of kind of a pleasure. If food is giving us pleasure and we push, it is going beyond 100%. Okay, so 80% is something you will have some kind of appetite still after that. You leave that small room there, okay, instead of overfilling. That will help a lot in metabolism, in utilizing your residual energy stored as fat and all. So a lot of meaning in that. They respect nature, they respect the environment, they respect whatever they do, they respect their society and civil system, and they give enough, what you call kind of challenges to their own body. When we talk about physical fitness, we think about gym, right? We think about hitting gym and doing a lot of work and pumping ions. What we are getting out of that? We get some muscles, of course. But is it the best way we can? I'm not against gym. Somebody is going gym is better than sitting in a couch and swelling himself like a potato. Of course, I'm not okay. But there is something beyond that, which is called functional fitness. A guy who is sitting gym and have a lot of muscle, if he cannot tie his shoelace and if he cannot climb a hill, there are people who are very strong, but he cannot. That flexibility is lost. Stamina is lost. He cannot run. If a dog chases him, he cannot jump like run like us. Okay, or climb a wall because he's too bulky. It is possible, of course, because he is good in lifting weights, of course. But lifting weight is not an everyday challenge for people. You get a lot of metabolic benefits. So filling your 80% is one of the value there. Again, going green, okay? Incorporating as much green as possible in your food is another thing as far as blue zone is concerned. And third one is a bit controversial, okay? Have your wine at 5. Okay.
You said having wine at 5, but is it good to drink wine at all? Why don't we just remove them? Or any other alcohol, and we know.
Not all alcohol, because wine has some health benefit according to medical science in small quantity. Okay, of course, and it is even in Islamic principle, it says that it has some benefits, but the damage created by wine is more than the benefit. There are studies which is showing us otherwise, like alcohol at large can ruin our health. All the diseases would give to, among many other risk factors, 2 common risk factors: smoking and alcohol. Okay, any disease, any condition, any pathology, you will see repeatedly these 2 risk factors are very common, very regular risk factor. So when we go follow something called blue zone, we don't have to swallow everything which is given there. There are blue zone in Loma Linda, for example. They don't drink alcohol at all in any form. Okay, and there are a lot of villages other than classical these 5 blue zones scattered around the world. People do not drink alcohol at all, and they are living more than whatever we call people who are drinking alcohol. But having said that, the classical value have included this thing as a bridging, or connecting thing in sitting in the evening in their socializing. So socializing is the core area. If something else will help you to socialize, okay, you can use tea. For example, drinking tea can be a socializing thing than alcohol in some other culture.
And